monster in that South Asian region this year.
Let's see if they can actually dish out the damage that they did in that region. Up over onto Ascension, already kicking things off, but you do have Arpinia, like Mika mentioned, first time on deadlock, able to land a perfect grab net as well. Everyone's pretty much bugged out all around the site, trying to get some spacing around the back of Generator, but simply spotted out by Full Sense on this pistol. Gonna have to see if the shots will be just as good though. So far in the macro, reading velocity just right, but through market, this is where the Thorns might not be as effective. I say that, actually, it's pretty spot on. Gonna have to time it just right. And down it goes. Arpinia, unfortunately, the first casualty for Full Sense in this moment. Relay bolt out to block off CT as well, but Potter in with the Marshall. Doesn't matter if Laz is inside of the smokes. Finds some shots towards the back of his target, and more to go. Low HP, no matter. Shots found all the way to the back of Boathouse.
Towards middle, but the op's already posted up.
It's been pretty decent so far. This time blinded though, so has to get out, but as soon as Velocity try to velocifize their way into market, they get stopped. Players hold up the round, and they're looking for a couple more. Peeked out alongside Annihilation. That's a frag. That's a second one. Russ making a slight trade, but he is pinned down to heck. Does get a couple, but unfortunately will go down with the rest of the team, and that leaves SK Rossi, who's been skulking across. Can he set this flank up? It's going to be tough, Pilly, because I don't think he's got the angles or the utility. Just going to go in for a slight crouch peek to boot.
Yeah, able to take one down at least. Still got a lot of time to work with, 45 seconds. Successfully lurked his way through B and found the entry. He's going to have to do this whole round by himself.
Around the corner, it's the op. Slight whiffs, but Sephiroth got the 6.
Sense have, man.
It's been giving them the consistent performances all throughout Challengers Southeast Asia this entire year. I'm not just talking Split 3, but here they go again. It's Potter back towards middle. A big crunch coming out from Velocity this time. Hunter's Fury goes huge, and it's lightning fast to block off A Short with a double kill. Much to do. Needs to be able to react quickly if he is to stay alive and get out, possibly. Cloudburst in, manages to tailwind away. The flashpoint spent. Here comes Laz in an attempt to retrade, but no. Russ is right on top of it. Hunter's Fury instantly ripped to try to stop them, but it's not happening. Velocity will barrel on through.
They're really controlling the pace of this game. Beautiful breach util there for Russ to set up Damara to just punish any kind of attempt to scurry back out of B main there.
And now Rossi's got market as well. Another shot echoing throughout this entire site. It's a message to Arpinia and Leviathan that you do not want to pass this threshold over onto B. Back up as well, Pilsky. Still trying to break their way out, at least. Velocity trudging
20
on
seconds.
through. Annihilation just makes them feel so scared. They can't quite find safe entry onto site. Now Potter over onto main, crosshair thrown off. They escape the Annihilation. Sephiroth for a couple of shots, and that unfortunately will be all that Full Sense can get. A successful site take and a spike plant. Laz now out from the top of heaven. Does have Steel Guard and maybe a flash, but needs to shoot down so much more. Madeline will not have it. Velocity up to a 4th.
But the updraft here from Potter could be deadly.
He listens out for the flash first, and there he goes. Oh, right off the rip. Cracked one skull. Can he find more, though? That's the question. Tailwind, unfortunately, expires, and no shots connected just yet. Madeline maybe a bit of chip damage, but that's it. Leviathan to hold out towards the back, but Russ quickly to trade off. And now you've got options.
The flash and the spacing is just so clean from Velocity. They are working slowly, but methodically together. Eyes on Arpinia inside a B main, naught but a sheriff to his name. Has to go huge here for Full Sense.
Goes in for the tap. The second shot will do the trick. Now weapon retrieved as well. Maybe slowed down for the time being, but still, SK Rossi, tour de force, trying to block off rotations all the way out from spawn. Russ does have Rolling Thunder as well.
Yeah, picked up off the back of the plant. Rossi playing from spawn with the op out.
And you go out for out, Pilly. Gravnet spotted, so Rossi knows exactly where to look. And he lands the shot with precise accuracy. Not the second one, though. A slight chance, an opening for Full Sense to come in strong on the retake. Russ looking to slow them down further. Laz caught in his tracks, but able to stick onto the spike at least. Aftershocks him to dissuade it. But now they go back. Oh! Russ! He's just playing around the corner! Sephiroth getting the shot at the end, but at that point, no time for the defuse. Say sight from the shadows clears, which might give Full Sense a better idea of where Velocity are. Trying to find another avenue of entry out towards the top. Heaven! They peek together! They swing! It's just Sephiroth, low HP, alongside Arpinia towards the bottom of hell. That's all that Velocity had to deal with, and they managed to take them down in quick succession. All onto Laz! An Arc Rose equipped. That's all he's got. Slowly slicing the pie. Managing to spot out the first head, but Rossi! Off and through with the headhunter. Velocity tie up the score.
What am I watching, man? How have they just... Will take mid control, but look at this mid stack from Velocity just lying in wait.
3 on the other end. Russ with potential. Fault line and flash. They will go in for the peak. Really bolt up from Damara as well. Just straight into the fray. Russ provides additional fire support, and all of a sudden, Full Sense, they've got to tuck away. Leviathan trying to shoot himself out into a safer angle. Smoked off by Sephiroth, but still low HP on both ends. Velocity, a couple more dinks and they could be dead, so having to back off safely.
Full Sense just continuing to push the issue. Spotted out by Lightning Fast. There's still 4 players here from Velocity, and they want to fight. They're all going to swing top mid together. And Full Sense able to bring this down to a one-on-one. It's just Madeline on his lonesome here. He knows exactly where Leviathan was last spotted, and he's one sheriff shot away from death.
So, choosing to pick the angle towards the back. A sheriff shot straight through the torso. That's all he needs, and there he will find it. That was a bullish response from Full Sense. Maybe you can make it through from Market, since Rossi's all the way deep inside of B main. There's 2 players on the other end, though, and he's going to start to push on up, hearing footsteps from behind. Unfortunately, gunned down against Laz. And then Madeline to sneak through, hoping to put up a stronghold outside of Boathouse. So many smokes and fast lanes, though, and it completely obscures the vision for Full Sense. Arpinia managing to find a simple crack, and Sephiroth to be able to slip through from lane as well. Now Spike planted. All they've got to do is to watch down to this one choke point. But Damara slides onto it anyway. Guardian shot successful. Sephiroth around the corner, especially with Recon providing assistance inside of the smoke. They manage to decimate Velocity.
Chamber Ops online here, though. Quick set play into A main. Damara forcing his way all the way down. Catches Leviathan straight through the wall. No time to get out of dodge, and the rest of Full Sense picking up the pace into B now.
It's Rossi tour de force, and that could really slow things down, and there he goes! What a shot! Now into Russ and the rest of the team as well. Back from spawn, back from stairs. Sephiroth, the only one who managed to make his way into sight, having to deal with the entire force of Velocity. B main, rolling thunder into relay bolt with overdrive. Spots out Laz, completely throws Full Sense once more into disarray. They're feeling that pressure to push in the A site because of this Pilly. Same thing as before, just different parts of the map. Lightning Fast with the slide off angle, able to catch onto Arpinia as well. Complete and absolute pandemonium into SK Rossi. Another kill confirmed. 2 targets left, and they've been spotted. Damara just making some extra noise. The door's been shut, maybe lulling Full Sense in a false sense of security where they can kind of sneak through the spike plant, but that takes time. Allows for Damara to sprint forward into the depths of hell. Leviathan tracks him down. Sephiroth finding a couple of shots too, but up for the top of heaven. They run out of ammunition. Team Ace out from Velocity. Last 20 seconds. Maybe hoping that the drone would have pulled some rotations away, but not quite. Still down to the site. And with guns robbed, hopefully enough for Full Sense to be able to find a successful hit Still, though, operating towards the back end. Madeline with the spams. Damara, guns back online. 10 seconds remaining, and Full Sense have got to go. Running off to pick up the spike, but that's where he gets shot in the back. And now Leviathan finds one square.
Flank from Damara. He's sprinting up top middle. How is Laz ready for that?
Must have heard the sound. Just lightning fast now. Will he be fast enough to throw out the utility? Smokes in. Spots over onto Potter, but Full Sense managing to find some good devastating kills against Velocity into the spike plant. Cooking up the catalyst. They're cutting noise again, and it always feels so uncertain for Velocity at some point, but Rossi spots them out right around the edges. Laz to answer back. Ruz has to just anchor down towards the back of Boathouse. Buys enough time for Madeline to come back in. Out from middle. Last though, the rest of the team, they just dive in with the shorty. Sephiroth with a shot out of B-main all of a sudden as well. Now here they go with the judge. You talked about it before, and it's going nuclear. A shot from Lightning Fast. Paranoia out against Sephiroth, and this might be the round. Velocity just one more kill, and they will secure it. No overtime on this first map, and they completely throw Full Sense in for a loop.
Not going to be something that you're going to be checking Laz on, I think, if you're Velocity.
With the angles, though. Laz then able to swing out, but punished quickly by Rossi. Arpinia able to come back in for a couple of shots, but still, the damage has been done. Spike planted now. Damara close up front around the one-way. It's tough for Full Sense to find space here.
Yeah, for sure. Going to be a flashpoint to hold them even further back. Velocity trying to play close to heaven, really zoning Full Sense away and preventing them from making any ground in this direction.
Shaving seconds off the clock as well. Now they make a move with a sudden burst out from Arpinia. Quick into the hat trick.
What?
A quad! Online for an ace, but with Madeline low HP, finding first contact against Leviathan. Full Sense! And now it's into the corner as well. Quickly contacted by Prowler. Paranoia as well. Spam some shots! And that's where he gets caught by the edge of his ankle.
Over there.
More space for Full Sense, now push on up though. And also Angle is still locked up by SK Rossi. The rest of the team can potentially just hang towards the back, wait for the spike to go through plant. And it's lightning fast on the off angle as well. Shots from Potter successful though. And it's down to Russ. Madeline as well. Playing close range from Sephiroth with this Bucky. Catches square onto Madeline, but it's the last survivor for Full Sense. No time to get the spike all the way through now. Russ just playing it careful and safe. Some slight parkour, lovely footwork coming up from Sephiroth, but no defuse means Velocity takes the round. Could be the biggest difference, Russ. Fingers crossed for a big pickup, but now Blinded has to back around the back of Mound. And that's unfortunately where he will eat dirt. Nightfall then into sight, but also strong positions taken around Waterfall. It's Rossi up around stairs despite getting hit by Nightfall. 2 shots back to back into the sight. It's Potter pushing up front. Another killed in action, and it's Lightning Fast just trying to defend this spike with dear life. Shrouded steps into open space, but once again with the kills, time bought away from the defuse. Another Zowie clutch up for Velocity.
Hey, they're not perturbed at all. They're just going to contact straight up into Leviathan here.
Okay, and they actually managed to take it down. Leviathan's gone, even with the flashes tossed in. Potter trying to slow it down with nades, but that's not going to do too much. Oh my god, SK Rossi. He's finding yet another pick, continuing to push on up, and now you've got Heaven Control as well.
Spike planted.
Just perhaps a couple more players towards the back. Full Sense. Again, without the most optimal weaponry, it's going to be a lot tougher. Laz, unfortunately, getting picked down. SK Rossi with another shot. Almost every single one of his outlaw shots has been at least a progression smoke on the site. Sephiroth may be able to find a couple of picks around it. Quick with a Steel Garden ripped coming out from Leviathan. Able to halt Velocity for the time being. But then A stupendous paranoia into sight. Shorty's in hand as well, alongside Tamara, who continues to fan out across side. Madeline left with the trades. Potter and Leviathan left. It's gonna take some careful steps. Slow creeps out from stairs. Perhaps the arc rows to support, but they just go in dry peeking. Rossi with another punish. You cannot peek this guy. Potter does have nade. Perhaps looking for a way to chuck it in towards tree, but the spike's so close, Pilly. He just buys a bit of time to maybe get to halfway, but here comes Madeline jump peeking into Potter's doom.
Barrier deployed.
Hopefully, perhaps, a slightly different approach, a more passive one. But as time elapses again, they start to feel uncomfortable, tossing out the utility in hopes that they would block off Velocity.
It's your fear!
Velocity then to just go out from tree. Nightfall through. Potter tries to slip past the cracks. Getting hit by a couple of flashes now, though. And Leviathan finds another. For the first time in a long streak, Full Sense come up with first kills. And now the rest of Velocity trying to barrel forward. Damara does manage to find one, but the paint shells manage to stop him. And Showstopper as well on towards Russ, who...
their way out a rubble, and Velocity looking to fight it.
Oh, and straight up with the fault line. Look at how many it hits. Russ even finding a shot in for himself as well. Now the full team is able to just lock them outside of a lobby while Rossi begins to take a little trip all the way towards the back of spawn. Caught up by the mini-map, but the headhunter shots are good! Oh my goodness, it's just Apinia left. He's trying to track in mid-air, man. He just can't. Paranoia now out from lightning fast.
Don't change the subject, man. We're talking about your hair.
The round's going on. It's Full Sense trying to go Oscar Mike over onto C, but this is where Rossi is. A couple of them onto light shields, but nice, nasty shots coming through from Potter this time. Russ up close, trying to spray and pray. It's not going to happen. Low HP, but they will still be able to push on through, getting the spike down.
They're just sitting in their rotations. Rossi's alone on C here, though.
Oh, but look at the forward TP coming through from Sephiroth. Lightning Fast and Madeline are right around the corner as well. You mentioned that they weren't biting, and here they are. Velocity gunning down for that map point score. It's the wall bench shots up against Leviathan into trades against Potter. And there they go, Velocity up to 12.
It's Russ.
Does have the util after all. Able to slow them down, and here comes Rossi with the door stepped open. Sephiroth and Alpinia trying to shoot their way out, but the chances of survival slowly slimming down. Damara pushes the button a little bit too early. Now it's Nightfall quickly set to cross. Russ, unfortunately caught red-handed. Lightning Fast is the last player alive for Velocity.
They know he's front B. They know they need to smoke off the door, worry about the stairs angle. Full Sense just going to play this one by the numbers, walking hand in hand, straight through rubble. As long as they can trade this one kill, then they can get this round done. Lightning Fast, though, both of his opponents pretty low here. It's a very winnable 1-on-2 clutch, but he's banking on the fact that they're going to end C here.
Cover going out.
30 seconds left.
Okay. Slowly coming back into it, though. Now you've got a couple of smokes to potentially try, but just gonna sneak forward. A little bit more concerned about Baby Door, but it's the players out towards Heaven, and they were both working together. Slightly threw an out over from Door, but Steel Garden should secure it. Sephiroth out with first blood. Spotted off to another player as well, and you still have, C-Link blocked off with the smokes. It kind of does go off, though. And here come the flashes now. Rossi with the first shot on Tour de Force. It just controls a little bit more space. And with that, the rest of the players are now able to set up the firing squad around the site. Laz wanting to push all the way through, but slowed down. Rossi, the shot whiffs. And it's Annihilation sent in as well, but not quite connecting. Grab that onto Rossi. Last needing to nail the shot. He comes back in and manages to save the day. A Zowie clutch. And that's everything blocked off. Double sonic sensors too, but Madeline in with a Nightfall, out with the guns. Demar, the first one to slide in. He actually gets a spray transfer onto a second player. Potter out from heaven, needing to do a bit more damage. Rossi towards the back, plus some attention away as well, but Ross coming back through. Leviathan now with the op shots. All of a sudden, Velocity feels the need to turn around. Potter still alive as well. Oh no, the shots whiff! This could be it then! Potter low HP as he exposes himself out in the open. Lightning fast, finding the shot at the end. A catastrophic end out for full sense on the second map.